Hello and welcome back. So yesterday, that's Friday, I pretty much was watching all these videos. Not all of them, but a bunch of videos on YouTube. Because Unity and Oculus, as you can see from the timestamps, or the time release date thing, they released a bunch of videos yesterday. So I was doing that for most of yesterday. I was also trying out the Unity XR platform, which is pretty much the thing that probably every hardware, XR hardware, is going to use. Because it's pretty much you make it for Unity XR and then you can export to any piece of hardware. And Oculus is making their own plugin for the Unity XR. Although you can't track your hands right now. You can only track the head. That's why I stopped doing it. Stopped trying to use it. Because you're supposed to put these tracked pose drivers, but they don't work. It tracks the camera. You also have to set the field of view. Otherwise, this actually works. This field of view actually changes something in the XR thing. While in the Oculus integration thing, it doesn't matter what this field of view is. It'll always be the correct field of view for the Oculus because it's made by Oculus. But once all the features are in there, pretty much they're gonna get rid of the old Oculus integration, or not get rid of it, but I guess they're gonna stop updating it and just use the Unity XR thing. So eventually we all have to move to the XR plugin, but that might be maybe a year or two. I don't know. So for now, we're gonna use the Oculus integration. Oh yeah, and for more information on the Unity XR thing, on Oculus's YouTube page, just watch this video, the Unity XR platform video. There's some cool stuff that you can do, like there's an interaction system, which I couldn't get to work, but when it does, it'll be easier for non-programmers to do, like grabbing an item and shooting or activating it, which is why I've been trying to do in the past without this thing's help. But now it'll be easier for developers to make interactions very quickly using this new platform, which is probably going to be mono behaviors and not ECS. So I'm probably not going to use it because I'm all about dots and ECS. Like, I just really like dots, especially this new sample that's going to come out. I'm really excited. I really want to start doing multiplayer stuff, but mostly like LAN stuff I'd prefer doing, but I'll probably do online stuff. I just want multiplayer at some point. Don't know when, but probably when this sample comes out, I'm going to test out some multiplayer stuff, because they showed off a lot of cool stuff in the keynote with the new dots sample. Also, it has animation and audio in dots, so that's another reason why I really want it. I also noticed that they were using a new Unity version. They were using Unity B5, I think. Now, if you look very closely, yeah, they're using B5, 0.3 B5, and the current version is B4. So I'm assuming that all the new features in this video will be in Unity B5. Unity 2019.3 Beta 5. That's why I'm also looking at their GitHub, just waiting for this dots demo to come out every day, ever since I saw it. Anyway, we should get back to the task at hand, I guess, which is making the OVR player into ECS using the normal Oculus integration and not the XR platform. And I remember there was a page that I was going to do. There's a movement system that I want to try out for VR. It's called the flick stick movement. Where pretty much wherever the analog stick is moved, the character will turn to that direction instantly. Here it is. Hold on, I'll turn on the audio. Hopefully it's not too loud.
This is the flick stick. It lets you turn the camera by rotating the right stick. When you first press the stick, you'll make a smooth and quick flick to face exactly the same direction as the stick. You can make further adjustments by rotating the stick, giving you quick access to whatever direction suits you best. The right stick is too small for really precise aiming, and the flick stick provides no way to aim vertically, but that's what the gyro is for. When developers treat the gyro as a mouse, players enjoy far more precision than they're used to with a controller. And while that can be laid on top of traditional right stick aiming just fine, flick stick takes it to a new level, giving the average player more freedom to respond to threats from any direction than even a traditional mouse on a big mousepad. Doom and games like it don't support these features natively with a PS4 controller, so we turn to PC tools like Joyshock Mapper, which, when calibrated correctly, gives you great gyro controls as described in Part 1 of GyroWiki's Gyro Gaming Guide, and Flickstick as described in Part 2. Check it out.
So yeah, it feels like if you master this technique, you'll be competitively better because you flick your stick backwards and you'll look backwards instantly.
Stick provides no way to aim vertically, but that's what the gyro is for.
And with the current VR implementation, what most people, developers do is they put left and right to look left and look right. Like, no, they actually rotate the character a certain amount of degrees left and right. But the good thing about that way, you can use the up and down analog stick to do more actions, pretty much. The drawback with the flick stick, you're using the whole analog stick for just looking, but you have much more control on where you want to look instantly instead of left, right, left, right. Instead of pressing left a bunch of times, you just pull backwards and then you look behind you. So that'll be good for seated experiences and if you don't want your player to turn around too much in real life. However, I said that the analog stick you won't be able to put anything else, but there's always the click down. So maybe if you click down, you can't turn. So you can have more options, I guess. Maybe if you click down and press down, it's like dropping a mag. You can like switch modes from rotating to a function. So there's still some flexibility you can do. So I guess by the end of today, I want to be able to implement this flick stick. They also have some code on how you can do this, but I'm probably going to just make it instant, kind of like a teleport. Or maybe I should do smoothing, because I've been looking at Reddit in Oculus Quest, and apparently some people, I don't know if it's a lot of people, but I've seen comments that people don't like snap movement, they prefer smooth. But I do know that the smooth movement can cause sickness in some people, or a lot of people. I'm not sure. I haven't done the research yet. I will probably do that at some point, but I want to get features done so I can make my game, I guess. I might even make my own flick stick specifically for VR where you can do multiple things. Because I feel like the player wouldn't be moving the analog stick around too much. They'll only flick it in one direction. So if they move and hold it, it should do something else maybe. But I guess we'll think about it later. Let's make our player move for now. So we'll kind of copy what OVR player is doing. So the camera rig is a child of the character controller. So a way I could do this is by setting the position of the camera to wherever the character player is, and then put an offset to make it to the head, the top of the collider of the character. So I guess the goal is to be able to move this camera rig to an entity with the character controller. So we'll see how the character controller is made. See if we can borrow anything from there. We could probably borrow the, not the movement, the inputs that they use. My editor isn't working. The code isn't working. I just fixed this like the other day. Now it doesn't work. Well, that's... even that isn't. Right, so the command line is what. So this should be working. PowerShell window in Unity for quickly test. Actually, we didn't even have to do that. We just have to copy the project location, project path. That's actually wrong, that line. Well, it was wrong it was wrong before. Maybe some update fixed it. So try again. Then we'll get a file. So we'll get the game G. Oh, I know why. Code. There, nothing happened. Still nothing. Script. What about instead of /? I forget the slashes. We're using the other slash. I solved this. So apparently code's open according to all this. Let's try again. Oh, it works. Maybe there was a bug. Let's close that. Let's try and open something. And this was not the video I wanted to make. Fix studio code. Alright, so it's loading now. Strange bug. It's happened to me before. Let's just move on. Now, where were we? We were looking at OVR player control. We wanted to see what their inputs were like. So this is how it calculates where to put the camera height. So it gets the character controller right here. And you can get the center of the character. Isn't the center just the position that's the collider? Center just the position? The normal transform? Like with all game objects, it's always the center. Although, depending on how you model it, it will change. Now, do we even need center? We can maybe do a calculation without knowing the center. Alright, I'm going to set up my Quest for virtual desktop to test it. Oh yeah, that's nothing actually. I can't use OpenVR to test my games in the editor. So, that's another reason why I'm not using Unity XR. Anyways, virtual desktop setup. Alright, so let's first start by trying to get the collider height. Just collider the collider information. That's what we need. So we need a capsule collider. I guess it doesn't have to be parented because it's ECS and nothing is actually parented. I guess we'll make another capsule so we can see the player. I'm going to remove this blend. So never mind. I don't know how to get rid right now. So let's add a shape, capsule 5. Maybe I can use a box collider instead of a little collider. Because I'd rather be slightly inaccurate, but not unfair. Like if an enemy tries to stab you, and your body doesn't match up with the VR body, and you get hit, that would be annoying. But if you get hit in real life, well, it looks like you get hit in real life, but you didn't get hit, that's alright, because, yeah, it's just better than having it more likely to hit you. Well, don't you need a capsule to walk up edge it? Let's look at the physics demo. It is a sphere, not a capsule. What the heck is epsilon? So it's used instead of 0. I guess that's to prevent like stepping stutter from like an analog stick being slightly tilted a very tiny bit. So this is like 0 if it's more than 0. There is a lot of data. There's one character controller behavior and character controller body behavior. This is the body, the character. Ah, it's this one. No, the simple one. Yeah, it's just a simpler version. Wait, this is the job system. How's this? Unless it's using both, but I don't think it is. It's the simple one. This one looks more complicated. Oh, but I'm sure this is deprecated. I don't know what's termed. If we go to the entity upgrade guide, I guess it's. I wonder if I could just do this. If it would work without this character. I guess there's one way to find out. It's comment out everything. Well, not everything. I just need to comment out all the jobs on the update struct. Now, if it works, that means I can just use the character controller body behavior by itself. Seems to work. Let's get on a slope. Can't. Oh wait, I can drag. I can drag up. I forgot. I need to find a slope so I can test it. Oh, there. The slope. Let's see. Yep, that's more than enough. So just to be sure, I'm going to comment the on creates. So we're going to copy over this. Maybe this one. Now when we rotate, we also want to get everything in our hand to rotate with. Pretty much teleport instead of dragging. I don't know, maybe dragging him would be less work. So for now we'll copy this over. We'll copy other stuff. Oh, I already copied it. That's why it's all messed up right now. I actually copied it a long time ago. Alright, so I guess we'll just start with getting it to work. Trying to figure out how the hell get primary entity works, because I don't know how it works. I don't know. But it returns an entity, so my guess is that it gets the entity associated with that component. Alright, so the task is to copy the camera position to the body position. So I should probably make a parenting system Right, so I'm just gonna forget about this character controller for now. Let's take it one step at a time and copy camera rig to this capsule. That's all we're gonna do, nothing else. Actually, there's one thing that I want to test before I do. And this character, when on a slope, if it has a box collider, can it still go up? Can it still go up slopes? Today? Or even better, can it go upstairs if it has a box collider? Because if it can go upstairs with the box collider, that means why is it? So if I could change it to box collider, that means I can, and it goes up. I'm gonna use box colliders. So hopefully it works. It works, but it's kind of stuttery, and it makes a jump. I guess the only question now is it goes up slopes. It doesn't. So I guess I have to use a collider, or just not use much slopes. I guess I'll use or I can mesh. Probably a bad idea. We'll go with the capsule to stop slagging. Yep, that's the size. Oh wait, I should probably test the capsule also. Yeah, with capsule colliders, you stutter. We can use now. I have to get this camera rig to the capsule. I guess we can parent it. That way, I'll scale that. Good thing I caught that. I don't want the parent scale to be head and weird head. I probably can't. The camera has to stay a mono behavior. Man, I forgot what I did in my scripts. ECS VR controlling the camera here. Is there for the head there? These two should be the. That's nice. Actually, it probably shouldn't even be. No, head shape. Oh, let's see if this. Alright, so I fixed that. That's now properly tracked. Stop connecting the body. Now this tracked object, no, the tracking system. Is this before build? Yeah, before build physics. So if it collides, it won't go through stuff, I think. So using logic, if I attach tracked object, I might rename all these instead of MB. This should be tracked object authoring, but for now we're just going to use this MB and ECS kind of naming. Oh, I should also put public bool track pause bool public pause default will be, and then I should be able to offset it from the head without the rotation, and that should work. Track from the head, and we want to go. Oh, but we would want to track the different axis. Well, we'll just track the body for now. So it kind of worked. Fix it. So the position is wrong. So I put a bool 3 so I can put X, Y, and Z to or false. And then we're going to do some logic. Don't know what kind of logic, but logic. I guess we have to do another switch case. We'll start with the head. Actually, I don't know. Actually, with bool 3, can you check if... Aha! All the... Wait, this is bool 4. Actually, before I even try this, I'm going to test it in... Or maybe I should just test it in a new script. So, we'll check the documentation while it's still loading. Alright, so we're going to do... Don't know if there's a shorter way. So I'll search it up. How about all... I'm guessing it works. I guess I do this. Oh, I don't know how to do the offset. I'll probably keep the offsets. Tracked. No wait, this should be just... I could just do... Oh yeah. Oh wait, this should be in here. Otherwise it'll be Y. Quickly, in case that's in safely. And I got this to be... Wait, why am I multiplying? No, I have to multiply it with quaternions. Quaternions are weird. So the rotation will be 0 if they're all false. If all the rotation stuff is false, the rotation will be 0, which, well, it won't. We'll set the rotation. Actually, I don't know how to do this. Logic. Well, first we'll just see how this works. So in theory, everything should be the same. Everything should work as before. If everything, I know what. If all, I don't know. Let's just test. My logic is kind of fuzzy right now. What happened to the hair and the head? Disappeared. So the colliders, there's something wrong. I didn't change anything in the renderer. It looks like one of my shape material. Why isn't it? The head isn't rendered. Oh yeah, it doesn't combine. But I happen to buy something that combines. There we go. Hopefully this. Well, alternatively, I could just put 2 attachment things and then track them separately instead of one shape. Maybe I should, in the same system as the tracker, do a update after physics and then do the reverse, where instead of copying the head to the entity, no, instead of copying the camera to the head will copy its position. Let me start again. Camera, right now, an object is being attached to the camera. Now I want a system where the camera's position gets affected by an object. That's after the physics is done. So I need a physics after the is done update. Oh, yeah, so I was going to check where I should put the system at what point. It should be after physics steps, I think. It should be after end physics system. So I'll just put that because I want to make a movement system. Actually, I just need to update the camera position because the body will move in the... No, what I need to update is tracking area. Do I update the tracking area? Say the player collides into a wall, tries to put their head through a wall, it pushes them back. And if I just push back the camera, update camera, so the player tries to, and then it's like, nope, it snaps back. So the head collider will stop, but the camera will still keep going, but then after the physics is done, it'll snap back. Yeah, it's just camera, not the track, I think. And I think I put this this update before in the wrong place. Let me just check the sample project from this project, which was the converting your project to ECS video. Oh, while waiting, yes, we'll try it and see if there's a compiler error. Oh, so I was right. I don't have to check it. I should have done in the first place. Let's take a quick look. I mean, it's open. Actually, is there a point besides a waste? Probably not. Oh yeah, I actually had to make this move forward system. Oh wait, actually, how will I do a movement system with ECS? Because in object-oriented programming, you just put move forward. But in ECS, you just attach a component by a certain amount. So instead of a move forward towards, and then I'll have a rotate to, no, move to and rotate to. So there should be a system where rotate to, get inputs, rotate to, and move to. Get input, resolve the input, then do action. I feel like this is a OOP way of doing this now. I'm trying to think. ECS dots data oriented. I need a sec to process everything. So let's assume that everything is a humanoid. Everything has a head, everything has hands. Because instead of doing main camera, I want to do it in a more ECS way. I eventually need this main camera though, but it should be in a different place. So if we think about like VR space, the hands are offset by the head position. So the head is like the 0 point and everything's offset from there. Alright, so I wrote a bunch of stuff, but I don't know if this... I feel like it's wrong because I need to use some constraint. Alright, so there's the game target position, step, and rotation. Position, game, real, base, forward. I'm gonna come up with a new system. I need to learn more. So you should just move the target, yeah, the target, update the target and not game. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here because I need to rethink this whole system, so I'll be right back.